We look for love, no time for tears. Wasted water's all that is. Hand that don't make flowers grow.
You're listening to the talented singer and songwriter Jasmine Rodriguez performing a bilingual cover of a classic song by Bill Withers and Grover Washington Jr., Just the Two of Us.
Solo tuyo. Fuimos hechos para estar solo tuyo. Y nadie más.
And her journey as an artist has inspired countless listeners. So let's learn more about her life, her music, and what inspired her as an artist. Jasmine, welcome to the show, and tell us, what is your heritage and how was your upbringing like?
Thank you so much, Rosie. I am Dominican. My parents are both Dominican. I was born in New York. And then I was raised in Grand Rapids, Michigan until I was out of high school. And then I moved to LA. So I've been out here since then. I just got engaged.
Yes.
So, yeah, building out here and finding my space, my voice.
And when you were growing up, what inspired you to be a musician?
When I was really little, I would sing in my church. I was really inspired by the worship leaders. My mom would sing at church as well. That was my main inspiration. That is what I wanted to do. And then after I tried out for the middle school choir, different things like that, and I found myself not getting certain parts. And the last time I sang was at my sister's Sweet 16 party. And I messed up because I was emotional. You crack when you cry. I messed up and I stopped singing. I didn't want to sing after that. That was like right before high school. I stopped singing and I stopped writing. And then high school was really, really rough for me. So basically, how I moved to LA was right out of high school. My brother called me. He was already living here in LA and he goes, you should come move to LA with me and sing. This is a perfect place for you. And I was like, don't sing. I haven't sang in years. I don't sing. And I didn't think I could actually do that, but I wanted to be with my brother. So I came to LA and it was 3 years in when I finally actually started singing. And in between there, I've always been really involved in my churches. And so I would sing in the choir or do little things. If anybody asked me to actually sing, I wouldn't do it.
What was the thing that made it take that first step to, okay, I'm going to give it a try again? What was it?
Well, it was one of those things that honestly, I just kept feeling called to. Anytime I would meet random people who didn't know me and they were like, I feel like you're a singer, like you need to sing. It was so random. I would get that everywhere I went. And for many, many years, I just felt like I had this call to sing. Something was pulling me in to sing. And I was just so scared. Honestly, I was just terrified of singing. And at some point, I remember when I made that decision, I think, I might have been praying or something where I just felt like God was asking me, this is what I'm calling you to do right now. And I basically was just, okay, fine. I remember feeling really scared, but I also remember feeling I'm not called to live my life out of fear. So whatever it is that I'm afraid of, I'm just going to do it. Even though I felt like I couldn't sing, I did not like my voice at the time. I didn't know if I could write songs or anything. I just was like, if this is what I believe I'm being called to, I'm just going to do it and see what happens. So,
and then you were how old?
Might have been like 20. I remember because my brother, and he...
Say hi, brother.
Oh my gosh.
Muchas gracias, hermano.
Oh my gosh. He threw me a release, like a Jasmine is Singing Now release party for my 21st birthday. So my 21st birthday was, everybody came. He put a video together for me. I had written a song and he made this video and showed it to everyone and said, this is what she's going to do. And just, it was really sweet to see.
Me cae bien tu hermano.
Yes, I know.
Sometimes we have to be pushed because other people see what we don't see in ourselves. So sometimes we are fortunate enough that we have people around us that make us take that step. Now, did you play any instrument at the time? Because when I see you with a guitar and those beautiful melodies. Did you play the guitar at that time or you learned to play to go with your music?
It was a mix of both. I had been over my childhood, I had picked up the guitar and then forgot it. And then when I started to perform live and stuff, then I picked up my guitar and I knew a few chords. So it was pretty simple to just do a few chords and write some songs to that.
The way I found you was in social media and you were doing some covers. Yo no sé qué más decir porque es que me encanta. I love the covers that you do in English, in Spanish, in Spanglish. And not only you do the covers, but many times you put your special twist to it. I saw Unstoppable.
Oh, yeah.
And you have it in YouTube. And I'm going to put all the links for people to go and see it because it's a must see. You will enjoy it. So tell me what it's like to do a cover. What is the process? What steps do you take to make it happen?
Well, I started making those Spanglish covers last year. And just to quickly add to this, at that time, I had taken a break from music because I was just trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And I wanted to feel like me. Because I was doing covers before, but it did feel like me, but not fully. And I think last year, what really happened was I dove into my roots. I just fell in love with my Dominican side. And I felt like that was a part of me that I wasn't exploring and sharing with the world. So the process really now is I do make a lot of videos at one time because I want to post often. So I will select 10 to 15 songs that I want to do. I pick some songs that I want to do the full songs like Unstoppable. And then I pick some songs that I just do a little part of it. I translate the songs. I get them proofread by my friend. And then I find the chords to it. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's more difficult. And then from there, I just learned lyrics and everything. And then I set time with my fiance to make the videos. So we're there for 5-6 hours, whatever it takes. We sit there and I record all the videos and then do that every few weeks.
When you select the songs, do you select them to do the cover because you like them or they have a special message? Or you know that you can perform it in a very meaningful way? How do you select those songs?
Well, a lot of songs I actually get from recommendations, people just commenting like, hey, you do this song, which I really love. I love doing that. I also, sometimes I pick songs that I personally connect with. Like I'm going to put out a cover up the song Who I Am by Windstarks. And it's just really good. And I love it. A lot of times I just do popular music and see how I can make it my own, which for me, I feel like I'm a very deep person just in general. So I take a lot of these songs and I normally slow them down, although I don't have to. I feel like I'm always telling a part of who I am through whatever I'm singing. If I'm singing a bachata song and I'm kind of slowing it down, I can still connect with that in a way that I feel like singing it how I hear the song, how I feel the song is when I play it on guitar. This is what I'm feeling, so that's what I sing.
Yes, because from the start, I remember seeing some posting that you have made and the type of songs or the rhythm, it was a little bit different. And on performances, is you and the guitar most of the time, or do you have some other instrument that also adds to it?
Yeah, so, for a long time, I did just do the guitar, but I do play with a band as well, which is fun because my music, I feel like all of it kind of expresses who I am because I do play guitar, but also my music that's coming out this year is produced songs. So it has a full beat to it and everything. And I've really spent time, even with my producers and everything, figuring out how can I still make this feel like me? And I'm very natural and very organic and acoustic, but there's also to lean towards pop. So when you hear my music, you'll kind of get to experience all the different parts of me. I've been working really hard to connect all of it. So like at my live shows, I can sing by myself with a guitar. I can dance, I can play with the band, so just kind of exploring all of those different parts of me and putting it together for the viewers.
How they know love and freedom still not free, I know. And nobody knows she feels so different. How much time till she can't fake it? She wishes she could love just like them, like them.
been your best experiences as a songwriter, and what type of processes do you do and the difficulties of being a songwriter?
Songwriting is a journey. I used to write a lot. So I've written well over 400 songs. My process used to be write a lot of songs. I wanted to write a lot just to practice it and get into it. Now I spend time with my songs, maybe like a week or so, just singing it, then coming back to it and rewriting it and doing different things. And a lot of this has been Spanglish music. So that's really fun because my Spanish is not perfect, but it surprised me when I started writing in Spanish because it comes out and I'm like, oh, okay, there's something to this. I get to tell my story within the lyrics, but I also get to tell my story just in the languages being used because I'm doing Spanish and then English and then Spanish within the same song. It just flows out of me. I write what makes sense to me in Spanish and then I write what makes sense in English and it just kind of connects. And I've really enjoyed that process. And then sometimes I write with other people as well. I've been connecting more with different writers and different producers. And I've met a lot of people in the Spanish world too, which has been super exciting. It's like one of those things where, you start looking for something and then you find it. All of a sudden, I have all these amazing Spanish speaking writers around me.
And who inspire you? And have you had any mentors?
As far as like artists who inspire me, right now, I would probably say my biggest inspiration is Rosalia because I'm amazed at her creativity within mainstream. It is so creative. It's amazing. But one of my biggest inspirations musically was always Selena. I feel like even as a person and who she was, somebody who was well known, I feel like she was really grounded and she wasn't afraid to speak up about the things that she believed in. And I really aspired to be that kind of person, to make amazing music that everybody can connect to and dance to and have a good time to, and then have meaningful conversations and live out a life that really matters.
And you are an inspiration to so many others. Because what I love about you is that you're sharing your journey. I remember seeing some posts that you mentioned. I was so scared to share this with people. And now I see you doing your original songs and your covers. I'm so glad that you decided to get out there because people can push it, but at the end of the day, it's ourselves who decided I'm going to take this step and the next step and the next step because it is a gift. And I'm so glad that you shared this gift with us and something that you would like to share for the young musicians thinking about taking that step. Is there something that you want to share with them?
I'll say a few things. It's hard work. It's hard work and you get to decide every single day that you're going to get up and remember why you do this and why it's important that you show up every single day and you're worth it. And there's a gift and that is inside of you. There's a light that the world absolutely needs. And so it is work. It is work to maintain that light. It is work to figure out how to shine that light when life is crazy and when, you're scared and all these different things, but you're worth taking the time to really uncover what those fears are, uncover what those things are, and then let your light shine. I think that is the most important thing. I feel like that's the purpose of all of this that I do. The music is fun, the performing, everything is fun, but it doesn't mean anything if I'm not connecting with the people. If I'm not giving of myself to people, if I'm not sharing my light with people, if it's all about me, then it's not anything. So do the work that it requires, internal work, healing, but it's also just practicing and the mechanical work of it. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it and you're worth it.
Then I wanted to know what is next for you? What are you looking forward to in the next few months, in the next few years? What are you working on right now?
First of all, I just want to say you're amazing. I'm just so grateful that I met you. I'm really excited. All this Spanglish music that I've been working on is coming out this year. I'll be releasing some singles in the next few months and then working towards an EP release. I love these songs so much. I have spent years writing and I feel like I'm finally communicating my story and who I am. And then it's all Spanglish. It's just amazing. I'm excited about it.
I'm so excited. And if you ever are in Florida, let me know. And also in Texas, because I go from Texas to Florida very regularly. I would love to go and see you in person and enjoy the gift of your voice, because it is a gift. And what is the best place that people will find you? Where is the best place to go?
Yes, you can go Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. I am very active on all of those. I go live pretty regularly. So come hang out with me. And then via all those platforms, I will keep everybody updated on music coming out. So stay tuned. And Jasmine Rodriguez, Rodrgz.
In the next few minutes that we have left, do you mind getting the guitar or give us a few notes for us?
Sure, I can do that. I'm gonna sing a little lullaby song I wrote last year. My grandma passed away last year. I just wrote this song for her. Mi abuelita Ita. One of my first Spanglish songs that I ever wrote.
I'll fly wherever pa' encontrarte. No me canso de besarte. Como el fin inevitable. Me despedí sin olvidarte. La luz en tus ojos vive en mí. Tu espejo reflejando all of eternity. Me salvas, me sanas, aunque ya no estás a mi lado. Siempre te amaré. I'll fly wherever pa' encontrarte. No me canso de besarte. Como el fin inevitable. Me despedí sin olvidarte. El destino nos eligen, it chose you and me. Angelitos nos guían to places we cannot see. Me salvas, me sanas, aunque ya no estés a mi lado. Siempre te amaré. I'll fly wherever pa' encontrarte. No me canso de besarte. Como el fin inevitable. Me despedí sin olvidarte. Reímos, bailamos, besamos, lloramos, pero todo en la vida se termina. I'll fly wherever pa' encontrarte. No me canso de besarte. Como el fin inevitable. Me despedí sin olvidarte. Sí, abuela.
What a beautiful way to conclude this episode. Jasmine Rodriguez, señoras y señores, no se la pierdan porque ella es un regalo a todo el mundo. Gracias, Jasmine. Thank you so much. Keep singing, keep writing, keep sharing because we love what you do and thank you for sharing it with the world.
Thank you so much, Rosie. Have a good one.
Thanks for finding and subscribing to Latina in America so you don't miss a thing. And if you like this episode, give us a 5-star review so we can be put on front of more listeners. For details and show notes and how you can connect with and support our guests, please go to latinainamericapodcast.com. Email us at latinainamericapodcast@gmail.com and follow us on Instagram at Latina in America. Links can be found on the website. This has been Rosie, a Latina in America.